Well, Jay, first of all, how are you and how's your off-season been off the back of what was an intense campaign last year?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. Obviously, looking forward to the new season. It was an intense campaign last year, one full of obviously excitement. But the off-season has probably been more intense. Obviously, the fantastic news that broke earlier this week. There's been a lot of productive meetings, meeting up with loads of different staff members, but also our players. We've done a lot of work, me and the management team, around retention, and then obviously highlighting certain players that we want to recruit and bring to the football club.
Yeah, as you said earlier, there's only one place we can start. Pompey Women have turned semi-professional. What does that mean to you?
It's a really proud moment for me personally and for the football club as a whole. I mentioned it being a monumental moment in our history, our steep history. And it's just exciting. What it brings is so much excitement, but also a lot of hard work. And that work hasn't stopped over the off-season. Albeit I was able to relax back home for a week. The phone didn't stop going, and it won't stop going again, because essentially now we've laid some really solid foundations last year, and with this investment, not only I think everyone looks at the monetary value of it, it's also the sharing of resources, of minds, all the great people that work at the football club already. We can tap into their specialisation, and hopefully we'll start to see more of an upward trajectory for the women's team moving forward.
What will this mean for those players who you're in talks with at the moment, both those who will be coming into the football club and those who you're looking to retain?
I think the biggest one is the group that we're looking to retain. There's a lot of players that have entrusted me and the football club with the vision that we've set out all those years ago. Some of them 3, 4, 5 years they've been at this football club, and they've deserved this. They're now going to reap the rewards of it. Certain players along that journey have obviously decided to leave us and go elsewhere, and we're continually building year on year. So to hopefully keep hold of a large core of the players, it gives us continuity. They understand how I work, they understand how the backroom staff works, and they understand what it means to play for this football club. To play for Pompey is one of obviously pride, but obviously pressure, and you've got to have players that can weight that expectation. And then for the new players, that they're obviously understanding where we want to go. As I said before, it's not just the monetary value, it's more the vision. We now have a vision of where we want to get to. Ultimately, we want to take Portsmouth, and we want to be playing in the highest leagues possible against the best players. And to do that, this is the kickstart we need. So really looking forward to the future. And as I said before, the hard work has continued, and hopefully now we can start to see some of that hard work coming out.
We obviously said goodbye to 6 players during the off-season: May, Libby, Anisha, Leanne, Anaya and Sammy. How difficult were those decisions?
Extremely difficult. First and foremost, they're human beings with emotion. They're people that I've got to know really, really well. All of them, their characters, their personalities have helped shape where we are right now. So it's always a real sad moment, and even in my tenure, I can't remember that many players that we've seen depart in that manner. But in order to move forward, we need specific, and we've highlighted specific profiling and characteristics. Gives us a little bit of room to manoeuvre in the market and try and bring in, as I say, the right people and the right players to kickstart and take us to that next level.
We're now in June. You've mentioned you've been hard at work recruiting and taking some time to recharge as well. What else have you been doing in and amongst that?
Yeah, I think taking time to recharge has probably been the number one factor for me this season. In comparison to other years, we've obviously got security now, something which will enable us to implement a vision moving forward. So we'll see a little bit more continuity with players and staff. Been hard at work with obviously the management team. They've been doing a lot, the multidisciplinary team, to get the preparations and the planning right. Obviously our pre-season schedule hopefully going to be finalised in the coming days. But also work with our shareholders, our stakeholders, and all the staff here at the football club. We've obviously announced season tickets, announced Wesley Park as our home venue for another year. So there's been a lot of work going on from last season to obviously continue our upward trajectory and to keep pushing forward.
The club have recently announced season tickets as well. What's your message to those fans who are thinking of buying one for the first time?
I think the first message is obviously a massive thank you to those that did last season. We had a real large core of fans that travelled us home and away, but those that travelled home, they obviously generated a fantastic atmosphere. one that we could use their energy to push us over the line at times. And for those that are looking to come along, we obviously invite them. We want to see as many new people from all demographic, whether the older generation or the younger girls, that we can hopefully inspire moving forward. So obviously they're at competitive prices when compared to others, and hopefully we can give them a season to excite them.
As you alluded to, last season we saw record-breaking numbers at Wesley Park and some huge followings on the road as well. How important is that support for you and the players?
It's vitally important, but it's also what makes Pompey so special, what makes Pompey Pompey. The fans are the heartbeat of this football club. I've come to learn that and understand that and feel that and be a part of that over my 7 years. And last year it felt different. There was a special feeling between the fans and the players. Our players understand what it means to play for this football club, and when they go out they've got to give everything they can. So we obviously gave them some fantastic moments and some fantastic memories. Obviously, on the contrary, there were some moments where it didn't go to plan, and we learned from that, but we feel it as a group, and hopefully we can use that moving forward.
And just finally, you've confirmed the pre-season schedule, all the games, all the training sessions as well. Just talk us through it and how much you're looking forward to get back in.
Yeah, really looking forward to getting back in. We've got some really exciting fixtures, some fixtures that are going to really test us against some top opposition with European pedigree, with teams playing in the Champions League. But also just getting back into the swing of things, seeing the girls again coming down, and there's a real good feeling about the season coming up. But that starts with pre-season. We have to lay a real solid foundation for us to kick on in the new season. Last year we did that, and we were able to follow that into the early games, and we know we need to do that again as early as possible. So albeit there's still a lot of work that needs to be done from now until then, but when that comes along, we'll be ready to work hard, and hopefully we'll be reaping the benefits and the rewards of that come this time next year.